Yeah, which is also not true.
Oh, so Logan was not offered to fight Mike Tyson?
No.
Yo, it's been a while since I've uploaded, but I'm back with another video, and a lot has happened since I've been gone, meaning that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's fight got announced. Now, I don't think anybody in the entire world knew that this fight was getting announced or even knew that this would happen, and I have a whole lot to say about this fight in and of itself. But I'm going to do a completely separate video talking about that fight because that is its entire own thing. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about Logan Paul and Jake Paul low-key beefing again. Now, these guys have beefed multiple times, dating back all the way to 2016. And now, since Jake Paul's fight got announced, Logan Paul comes out on his pod with KSI, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen these clips. If you haven't, here they are.
I said no to fighting Mike Tyson.
I'd say no.
I was offered it. And
You actually offered?
Yeah, I was offered it, but not on Netflix and not for a big ass bag. It was just like a oh, this could be a real fight. Because I've been asked before. I'm sure you have too. Do you think you could beat Mike Tyson? And my answer was and will be yes. He's too old, bro. That's crazy. He's senile.
So I immediately believed Logan Paul when he said that he was offered to fight Mike Tyson. I mean, obviously, now that I'm actually thinking about it, I'm genuinely wondering why Logan would have said no if he was offered to fight Mike Tyson. Clearly, he fought Floyd Mayweather. Floyd was also pretty old. Floyd was like almost 50 years old when he fought Logan Paul, and they had a full-on 8-rounder. Why wouldn't Logan say yes to the Mike Tyson fight? So I immediately believed him, but I had questions in the back of my mind on whether or not he was actually offered this fight. And Logan is always talking about how he wants the fights that Jake has or has been offered the fights that Jake has. Now, it's very interesting because Logan has been accused of being jealous of Jake and genuinely not being, real when it comes to wanting to see his brother succeed, and especially when he gets around KSI. And Jake Paul replied to this clip, and this is what he had to say.
Your brother actually today said that he turned down the offer from Mike Tyson before you.
It is weird to lie. Me and Nikisa and Most Valuable Promotions curated a deal with Netflix, and our goal was to go get another fighter to fight me. We were the ones that brought the Netflix deal to Tyson. So Tyson was never in the market offering people the fights for anyone to turn down. I hate that my brother and I's relationship sometimes has to be like aired out, but it seems as if the court of public opinion is the only thing that like steers him in the right direction. My own brother trying to make me look like the second option for Tyson.
So as you saw, Jake Paul came out saying that Logan was basically lying about this entire situation, explaining exactly how the fight came about through Netflix, going to 3 different guys and finally coming to Mike Tyson, accepting the deal for a big bag. So Logan Paul saying all this stuff that he almost fought Mike and he turned the offer down, and clearly Logan always has some type of weird energy and weird attitude towards Jake Paul and his boxing career. I mean, this all started a while ago, but the last time I remember them having a situation like this was when Logan went on Andrew Schulz and was claiming he's a better boxer than Jake Paul, even though he's only won 1 fight against a jiu-jitsu guy. And then the next time was when Jake lost to Tommy. Logan was saying he wants to fight Tommy, he wants to steal Jake's fight, basically never basically giving Jake the props that he deserves for being a better boxer than Logan ultimately, and supporting his little brother. That Nate Diaz fight, bro's face didn't look one bit happy when Jake won. He had excuses for that. Logan always has excuses. He always come up with something. That's just the type of guy he is. And I don't know if Logan knows where his loyalties lie, because the money that's coming from Prime and his relationship with KSI, I'm willing to bet him and KSI aren't even as close as him and Jake are. I mean, Jake's literally his brother, but obviously, Brody's gonna switch up and lean into towards what KSI is saying just to please him for that moment. And I think this kind of just shows Logan's character and where he's at mentally. Like, bro's willing to basically do anything for the money. I mean, just like Andrew Tate said, bro's literally bought and sold by the Matrix. And this isn't even the Matrix. Like, this is just him and his brother and him trying to always fit in with KSI and fit the narrative when it comes to what KSI is talking about. So Logan tries to make it seem like he's so noble. He said, nah, I don't want to fight Mike Tyson. After JJ was saying that Jake Paul is basically doing a disservice to boxing because he's gonna beat the crap out of an old man, which is also kind of weird and contradictory because KSI a couple years ago, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, declined to fight Mike Tyson, saying that he would never fight Mike. Mike's a beast. Now saying that he would beat Mike, Logan would beat Mike, and Jake's gonna beat the dog out of Mike. And I don't necessarily disagree with their opinions. I have my own opinion on this entire fight situation, and I'm gonna be making a video on it. But Logan's entire attitude towards Jake, making it seem like, he's this noble guy. I turned down the Mike fight. I turned down, I wouldn't fight Mike. Like I was offered it. Completely fabricating a story. It's just weird. But again, it's classic Logan Paul behavior. And Jake definitely felt some type of way because he knows exactly what happened behind the scenes for this fight to come about. I do think another possibility of what could have happened with this entire situation is that at one point, Logan's management asked him, would you like to fight Mike? We can try and make it happen and speak to him. But it was never an offer that was like a confirmed thing on the table, and Logan's just coming out making it sound like that was a thing, because clearly he said there was no deal with Netflix. There was no like big bag. He was just offered to fight Mike. So maybe his managers or his people offered him like, yo, do you want to fight Mike Tyson? We can try and make it happen. But with Jake, it's a completely different story, because this was Jake's entire fight promotion that had to deal with Netflix, and they reached out to find opponents, Mike being the final guy, for the most amount of money. But still, it's still weird of Logan Paul to lie or either just exaggerate it to sound like he was really genuinely about to fight Mike and said, nah, I don't want to fight this old man, to make him seem noble, when bro went and fought Floyd Mayweather. Although Floyd was a bit younger, still this is an older Floyd, and he even described in that podcast how Floyd's punches weren't as powerful, and it was well after Floyd retired. I find it really funny how Aiden Ross can bring up Tristan and Andrew Tate in comparison to Jake and Logan Paul. Like, Tristan and Andrew Tate are literally the ideal possibility for what a pair of brothers should be or look like in terms of their relationship. Like, these guys share a bank account, they share a house, they share everything. These guys are like extremely close in their relationship. Genuinely is one to envy. I think that they've definitely set the standard in terms of what two brothers or siblings should look like, or what the relationship should look like. To compare Logan and Jake, like, these guys clearly have issues, and I think it's stemming a lot more from Logan, like Jake said, always trying to low bro him, trying to make it seem like Logan's doing better or doing more. Logan has real ego issues, and I think a lot of people who are fans of him know this, and I used to be a fan of him for a long time, but obviously true colors get exposed. It's weird though, because back in the day I used to be a bigger fan of Logan, and now I would say I'm more of a fan of Jake, just because Jake's matured a lot in comparison to Logan, and Jake's more of a real guy and he's more down to earth with it. Logan's always pandering, fence sitting, trying to pander to some audience. His ego gets out of control. Bro just has definitely some issues, and he's after the money fundamentally. I think that's something that we can genuinely see, and that's why he's always up KSI's ass for the most part, even if it means making his own brother look stupid. But anyways guys, that's gonna be the video. If you enjoyed, please click that like button and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subs. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this is just something I found interesting, wanted to give my opinion on. That's why I made a video about it. But definitely more content on the way.